to Science TV News at 1 p.m. I am your host, Catherine, and my interpreter doing the voicing is Anne Wairimo. And now on to our first news item. More than 50 vendors with disabilities in Nairobi camped outside Governor Johnson Sakaja's City Hall office on Tuesday to demand for an end to alleged harassment by county askaris known as Kanjo. The protesters, who had earlier held demonstration against the harassment, said they will not leave until their grievances were addressed. They also petitioned the Senate to summon Sakaja to explain the action of his administration.
And these people who are behind me are the hands and the feet. They're the ones who have been strong enough, who have been brave enough, courageous enough, consistent enough to come week in and week out and ask, why are we being thrown out? Why are we being chased away? We have a right to be in the CBD. We have a right to sell our items. We've been given space under the Constitution. Article 54 of our Constitution gives the rights of persons with disabilities very clearly spelled out. And we have our right to be selling just like any other non-disabled person who is here in the street who are selling their goods. And we don't understand why. Why is it that we are being marginalized further as people with disabilities? Already, it's a struggle to live. It's a struggle to work. It's a struggle to find education. It's a struggle to lift ourselves up from the places that we have found ourselves in because of our disability. And here, even in the midst of us holding on to the little hope that we have in the Constitution that have been given provision for us, we are being still frustrated and thrown out of the CBD. So we are asking, why is it? And we're here with the petition to present to the County Assembly, and I as a senator representing people with disabilities, youth and women are going to bring these same issues to the floor of the House today and for the rest of the week until we are heard and an answer is given to us and a response that is favorable to us as persons with disabilities is offered. I just want to give a caution to other counties as well. This is not what's happening in Nairobi. It's happening all around us. And we are saying that if it starts here, where the capital is, and the county government takes us seriously here, it will propel and be like a domino effect for all other 47 counties to know the people with disabilities are not going to be pushed around any longer. We are here demanding our space, demanding our rights, and demanding to be heard. From today onwards, we are not going to rest. So let it be a cautionary statement and stand to all of Kenya to say we are here and we're here to say nothing without us, with nothing for us without us.
Thank you so much.
Nairobi County Government as a whole wamekuwa wakituangamiza kama walemavu, wamekuwa wakitutenga kama walemavu. Wanapopanga mipangilio yao kama county government hawatuhusisi kama walemavu, na kwa hivyo tunapoangalia hiyo tunaona kuna kutengwa sana. Na sasa sisi tuko hapa kwa sababu ya demand ya kazi zetu, ni kwa sababu sisi ni wafanyabiashara wadogo ambao tuko katika barabara zote katika jiji la Nairobi, na hatufungi barabara zozote, tuko kando bali sana na tunafanya biashara dogo. Na kwa hivyo siku ya leo tunakuja kuomba Senate, kwa sababu wao ndio wanaangalia na kazi ambayo inafanywa na county government, waweze kupokea hii na waweze kuchukua hatua ambayo inafaa kwa sababu ya walemavu kudhulumiwa na county ya Nairobi.
On to our next news item. The Kenyan government has decided to revoke a gazette notice issued on November 7th, 2023, which proposed significant increase in the fees for various services, including passports applications, ID applications, work permits, birth certificates, and death certificates. This decision was made in response to public outcry and a petition filed against the proposed fee hike. The Interior Cabinet Secretary, Kithure Kindiki, announced the revocation of the Gazette notice and outlined the new revised fees that will take effect on January 1st, 2024. One notable charge is the reduction in the application fee for first-time national IDs from the proposed 1,000 to 300. Additionally, the fee for replacing lost IDs has been revised to 1,000 instead of the previous proposed 2,000. The fees for standard 34-page passport, 50-page ordinary passport, and 66-page ordinary passport to have increased to 7,500 and now 9,500 and 12,500 respectively. New birth certificates will now cost 200, and death certificate applications have quadrupled in price to 200. On to our next news item. 5 suspects involved in the theft of 94.9 million Kenyan shillings from Quickmart supermarkets will remain in custody for a period of 10 days to allow for further investigations. The suspects were arrested on Sunday for allegedly stealing the money while it was being transported by Wells Fargo before abandoning the company's vehicle in South Sea area of Nairobi. The money was stashed in a suitcase and another in a plastic jerrycan, according to images shared by the Directorate of Criminal Investigations. The DCI further recovered a cash box in a forest next to Gataka Market in Karen Estate. Police are continuing to investigate the robbery and are appealing to public for any information that may lead to the arrest of the remaining suspects.
1 million shillings has been recovered so far, and that the respondents have a disposable resource which the police are apprehensive might be used to increase the jurisdiction of this case. Further, that there is likelihood of interference with witnesses and incidents as demonstrated with the attempted location of the area, and that a large geographical area needs to be covered in the investigation.
On to our next news item. The National Transport and Safety Authority, NTSA, has called on Kenyans to have applied for the new generation number plates to pick them up. Those who have received SMS notifications from NTSA should visit the centers they identified for collection during the application process. The new digital plates were launched by former Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i as part of measures to combat forgery, swapping, and duplication. Each plate has a unique identification number and is linked to the chassis number of the vehicle to enhance transparency in vehicle registration across the country. On to our next news item. A section of Baringo County residents are set to petition the government through a member of County Assembly to have some exotic trees species cut for fueling food insecurity. Saimo Kipsaraman, MCA John Aengwo, who voiced the concerns of the affected residents, said besides Prosopis juliflora, popularly known as madenge, which is devastating farmers in parts of Baringo South, Eucalyptus was also another disastrous plant. Aengwa, who could not relent over his affirmation, stated that eucalyptus are also depleting water sources. Hence, they must be cut, especially those along water catchments. While speaking at Kabatonjo town in Baringo North Sub-County during countrywide national tree planting exercise, Aengwa affirmed that the questionable tree species must be cut and be replaced with those that are friendly to the soil and the environment.
Chakula, tumekosa hata maji kwa sababu ya kupanda miti. Tumekosa maji kwa sababu ya miti moja ambayo inaitwa eucalyptus. Bulukam. Watu ambao wamepanda miti karibu na mtoni, eucalyptus imenyonya maji yote. So I will be contrary to whatever we are doing. Hiyo miti lazima ifanywe nini? Ikatwe. Kwetu kwa kweli tumekosa chakula kwa shamba, tumekosa hiyo maji kwa sababu ya hiyo miti. Ikatwe alafu we replace na ile ambayo ni friendly to the soil, friendly to our water.
Asanteni sana. Wanunue miti kwa hustlers. Sasa nyinyi hustlers umeona target in 10 years ni 15 billion. Sasa wamama, vijana, pandeni miche ndio serikali wanunue kutoka kwenu. Sawa? Si pesa ni pesa. Kasi ni kasi. 10,300 trees are planted across Baringo North.
So many people are doubting the 15 billion. Inakaa kama hesabu ambayo haiwezi ingia. Today tulianza miti juzi na only 1,200 seedlings. Today we are talking of 6,000 seedlings already on the ground. We are about 50 million Kenyans. Each one of us akipanda muti, that's already 50 million. If you go by 5, number imefanya nini? Imeenda juu. And the reason why we are doing this is to grow trees. So that tupande miti, na niliwaelezea mwanzo ya kwamba ukiangalia mahali miti iko hiyo ni utajiri. Na ukue mwepesi kupanda, usikue mwepesi kufanya nini? Kukata. Ndipozo uweze kuincrease tree cover.
On to our last news item. The price of super petrol in Kenya will remain the same as at 217 Kenyan shillings per litre for the next month, according to a review released by the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority, EPRA. However, the price of diesel and kerosene has been slightly reduced by 2 shillings per litre to retail at 203.47 shillings and 203.06 respectively in Nairobi. The new prices are as a result of an increase in the average landed cost of imported super petrol by 2.81% from $805.14 per cubic meter in September 2023 to $827.75 per cubic meter in October 2023. Now that is all we had, our viewers. We'll have a short break and we shall be back with our sports news.